Donnie is really one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life. I spent a lot of time with him, especially in the first 2 weeks that we were here in Bidud. I sat at the dinner table with him most nights because we usually made our own food because, you know, it's better than the food we have here. Yeah, Donnie was always knew what he wanted, always was stubborn in the good way. He knew what was important to him, and he stuck to his guns. I really think Donnie was a very special person. Donnie was so committed to Torah learning. Like Donnie's father mentioned at the funeral last night that he was a lifer. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know what he planned on doing in his future, but I know he was always going to be, you know, very committed to his learning. You know, he had this really detailed schedule, commitment, consistency. So I don't know what the future held for Donnie, but I know his priorities were going to stay the same.
He was a very special human being. Who you heard about is who he's been since he was a baby. Has a very close relationship with all of his grandparents, parents. As Santa had a very close relationship with him. He called every Arab Shabbos. Everyone's really heartbroken over this.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Arab Shabbos, the week before, and he was telling me how he was going to Meiron, and he was very excited about going for Lag BaOmer. He's been his whole year here, especially because of COVID, the things that he was able to do and enjoy within the country. He had just called me to tell me how on Yom Ha'atzmaut they had walked from Shalabim to the hotel. That was a big thing for him, and he was very excited about coming to Meiron. I even asked him to daven for me while he was there. And that picture that circulated was he had just met my brother-in-law very shortly before. Yeah.
When did you hear about the accident in Meiron, basically? Not about Doni, but just generally.
Meiron, I got a WhatsApp about Tehillim, and then someone sent me something saying, look who's on the thing. I heard, and it took me a minute. I didn't really grasp that it was my nephew.
They actually sent you a picture?
No, they sent saying that we had heard originally he was just hurt and at the hospital, and he was probably okay, but no one could locate him. And then came the search. And he at least is where he wants. He was in Israel. He's where he wants to be. He was doing what he wanted to be doing, and I tell all of his friends now and my old students that they should use this year and really take advantage of